I'm trying to figure out what I should do now that I don't have selective focus. I'm going to compete. Let's compete. Because what I'm thinking is Friday we'll do the spell to increase my themes. Saturday we'll go do that adventure. And then... I don't know. Should be fun. Alright. Okay, we increased Duran's merit by 3. It was geometry today. Let's see who got the highest score. 105 so far. 108. 112. 112 seems to be the highest for Melacresta. Let's find our friends who... Prudence rested today. Netta rested today. Evelyn succeeded using try to solve the block puzzle, so good for her. And Philippe apparently bullied this student here. That sucks. And Duran 667 against 667, so let's use our spell. From novice to master. Okay, we are gonna go to Inspel, and then themes, and then we're gonna choose ourselves. And we have an exam today, so that should be fun. I wonder which class it will be. Ah, the tavern is the perfect place to go when you need to get away from it all, isn't it? You close your eyes and listen to the sounds of the tavern, the background laughter, good-natured conversations, the periodic thumping of a dart hitting a dartboard. Sighing contentedly, you think to yourself that you could remain like this for quite some time. Just sitting and letting your mind wander. You're simply sitting there when you suddenly hear a whistling sound. As you turn your head, you see something flying towards your head. Just stand still, wherever it is, you can't be that bad. Nope. Athletics duck. Observation, what's flying at you. So, I feel like I've had this adventure before. I don't know if it's in this Let's Play, or if this was from my first time playing the game, but I'm pretty sure it is a dart flying at you, so we're just gonna duck. You had better duck and hope your reflexes are as good as you think they are. You duck with reflexes befitting a jungle cat, and a dart zooms right by you. The steel missile strikes the wooden post behind you, quivering as it embeds itself deep in the wood. A foppish man in a beret runs up and apologizes profusely for letting it slip from his hands before taking the dart from the wood and hastily retreating to the dartboard. Dude, you suck. Maybe we were sitting by the dartboard, I don't know. Okay, we got a 130 in negation, which is one of our best skills. Let's see, we use novice for master, so Phemes is now level 7, which is where I need it to be. Let's see who got the highest in the class. Kirk got 133, really good. And he seems to got the highest, with me getting the second highest, I think. So yeah, me and Kurt, we're good. We're good at negation. Tulu is succeed at competing. You increase your danger sense by 1. You've learned about Plotter's demise, which is some lore here, which you can read if you wish. Prudence was in negation and got 120. That's really good. Let's see. Evelyn's in negation and got an 80. Very good, still. And Netta succeeded at using Work the Forge. Duran's at 670, but Morvidius is 673. So what we're going to do is go on an adventure, and I think we're going to compete twice. So the next one we want is a spy in the city. And let's start our Saturday. You're following the ambassador of Pregoria's sly young attaché into the city of Minta. After reading the contents of a secret diplomatic pouch in the ambassador's room, you know that the hostile nation of Pregoria is after a certain valuable artifact known as Black Horse, and that the Pregorians think it's in Minta. Whatever it is, the ambassador and his attaché, Kier, will do anything to get their hands on it. You do not know what this artifact could be, but you cannot let Pregorian agents steal it, if it's in Minta's care. They seek only to gain dominance over Minta. After passing through the Great Gate, the attaché heads down a winding street around a hill leading to the broad Empire Market. All along the streets, vendors ply their trades, selling obscure texts, magical goods, and even familiars. Though predominantly filled with exotic and magical goods desired at the Academagia, this is also the local food and supplies market for the more mundane citizens of the neighborhood. You observe the attaché enter the house of Sanada? Merchant Sanada is one of the many merchants with established shop at the Empire Market. All manner of curious lines his shelves, gathered from many distant lands. You quickly go around to the alley behind and quietly slipped into a back room so that you may continue to watch him unobserved. "Good day to you, sir," you hear Kir say. "My master is a collector of statues. He's always in the hunt for rare and unusual items. I see that you have a fine collection here. He's particularly interested in antiques. Have you heard of the Black Horse?" "Why, yes, I have," the merchant pauses, but offers nothing more. Well, for some reason, my master believes that it's located somewhere in your fine city, and that it might be for sale." "It's a fine piece, 'tis true. Your master certainly knows his statuary. But I know nothing specific about its current owner, sir." The merchant sounds uneasy as he babbles on. "It's a small thing, really, made of gray stone. Not black, really, a figure of a winged horse, but so old, rough, and worn. The wings mere stubs, so that you would not look twice at it. Its value lies in its antiquity." "You're quite knowledgeable about the piece, I see," the attaché responds in a flattery voice. "I've heard tell that it possesses certain powers. Perhaps that's just a myth, spread by prior owners looking to make a handsome profit." He pauses expectantly, as if waiting to see if the talkative merchant might provide additional information. "Well, yes, sir, I've heard those same tales myself, but who knows where the truth lies? Besides, unless you have the proper spell, those things magnify a nation's power, doubling the strength of its warriors, enhancing a leader's strategic vision. Why, those powers will not be unleashed, or so it's said. Is there something here in my shop that might interest your master instead? I have some other fine antiques, if it's antiques what he's after." As you consider your next move, the sound of an angry cough draws your attention. You whirl about to face a stranger blocking the door. "Caught you red-handed, didn't I, prowling about my master's shop? I'll take you to him, and you can explain yourself before he calls the guard. What shall you do now?" "Well, beam, string together a quick illusion, and head for the door." Other options were sleight of hand, language, and strategy, which we're all bad at. So, let's do a quick illusion, I guess. You pretend like you're coughing, and then you bring up your wand and cast a distraction spell. As far as the apprentice knows, 6 of you dart off in a different direction. Thankfully, he goes after the wrong one, and you make it to the door before the illusionary hues evaporate and leave him standing around scratching at empty air. You don't know how the meeting ended, but you know what they're after, and you know you have to find it first. Ooh, random adventure. As you wait to be assigned a space to work on your project, you try to adjust to your surroundings. The Grand Forge of the Academagia is a fair amount hotter and louder than most areas that the students spend their time. Suddenly, an apprentice appears holding a parchment and clipboard and assigns you to a workbench. You walk over to your assigned seat, eager to begin your work, until you see you are seated directly next to the reliably unfriendly Joanna Leo Rozzolo. Joanna, who is the female bully in the game. She sees you approaching and audaciously steals your hammer and tongs. You ask for them back, but she just laughs at you. You attempt to ask the apprentice for help until you see that they are already face down on their desk, snoring and drooling. You absolutely have to get your tools back or you won't be able to finish your project. Observation. What project is Joanna working on? That might be the best option, but let's see what else is here. Manipulation. Trick your rival and return your tools. Or practical jokes. Distract your rival. Let's try observation and see what that gives us. Judging by the irregular circle, the bumpy surface, and the hammer marks, Joanna is constructing a shield, and she appears to be nearly finished. This is good to know. Since she is nearly finished, she has the time and the energy to monitor your every move. Even so, you will raise to a challenge and get your tools back. So I can use negation spells to leave her alone, but put up a magical shield. Let's try manipulation because I need to raise manipulation. What do you mean your tools are scalding hot? Asked Joanna. You tell her that you put a spell in your tools and you have made them extremely hot to the touch. You warn her not to touch your tools or her skin will melt right off. If your tools were actually hot, Joanna explains, they would be burning the workbench. You inform her that the spell only works when people touch them. Otherwise, the tools are cool. You're lying. Joanna picks up the tools and immediately realizes they're not hot. Told you your tools aren't hot. You pretend you don't believe. You accuse her of using magic to negate your spell. I am doing no such thing, she whines. Your tools aren't hot. Here, see for yourself. She tosses you your tools. Right after you catch them, you thank her for returning your tools. You're now able to return to your project. Okay, that's cute. So we succeed at the adventure. Let's see. We competed and brought it up by... Wow, we brought it up by 12 points. Pretty good. There was a revision test today. I'm not in revision. I'm in glamour, I think. That's the two I keep mixing up in my head. So let's see who got the highest. So far it's 143, which is super high. Okay, 143 seems to be the best by Malfazar Mahadi. Good for you. Let's see, Durand also increased our merit. Tallulah increased our merit. And you increased your practical jokes by 1. Okay. We have learned about this lore, I guess. You have added Saboteur's Crutch to yourself, which sounds like a attack spell, so... Well, actually, it increases our sub-skills by 2 points each for Ambush, Hide, Artisan, Sabotage, Sleight of Hand, Conceal, and Tactics. There are no rolls required, and the effect lasts for 3 days. That's pretty good. Legate Orso Orsi is pleased by your college dedication and spirit. You have gained the Merit Prize XXVII. As the prize for having the college with the greatest merit, you've won information on the Flick theme. Okay. We learned about a theme. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's a good theme. Maybe it's, maybe this is the only way to get it. I was kind of expecting, like, an item or something. But, you know, hey, we knowledge. Knowledge. Usage of the Slick theme will increase your target's transport skill and demi-tour skill by 1 point each. The difficulty is 2. I mean, that's good. I don't think I'll ever use it, though. So that kind of sucks. We won one, though. We won one, and that's the important thing. Let's see. What did our friends do? Prudence did not succeed at study. Evelyn succeeded at using compete, but did not succeed at study or ready for history. Tabin, Philippe, Silk. Did we miss someone? No, we didn't. Okay. Durand is 688. So we have a lead. And I think I'm done with competing for a bit now. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do... No, that's not at all what we're going to do. We're going to do adventure. And then we're going to study at the library alongside... Shade twice. Because we need to really bring up manipulation. And the next one is called Searching for the Statue.